Alrighty, March 16th. Glenn, how do you pronounce your last name?
Conant.
Conant. Doing 5 laps in the Vantage GT. Again, my name's David, in case you forgot. A couple things before we head out here. The mirrors are set up for me, so you focus on driving. I'm going to worry about everybody else on the track. Someone comes up behind you, I'll place my hand on the wheel with you. Just take your foot off the throttle so we're slowing down a little bit. As soon as they're past, I'll take my hand off, the car's yours again.
Okay.
When you start catching up to people, same thing, my hand will be on the wheel with you, but just for safety, you're still in control, so don't let go or anything. Just get close, they know you're better, but wait for me to tell you pass right, pass left. There's a couple places we don't pass on the track. Okay. Do you want to drive this car in automatic or manual with the paddle shifters?
We'll do paddle shifters.
Sweet. So upshift on the right, downshift on the left. These ones don't move with the wheel, so just always remember to come back. Always too with this car, just kind of thin fingers. Windshield wipers, high beams are pretty close to the paddles. Okay. Just try and thread your hands in.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so what'll happen? We'll get on the track, get up to third gear. It's the lowest gear I have to be in this car on this track. We'll build our speed up. If there's the double orange cones, those are the braking zones. So good, firm, smooth braking. Before you get to that single green turn in, you want to be releasing the brakes completely. All the weight is in the front of this car.
Okay.
So we want to brake, release all the way, and then start the turn.
All right. Okay.
Because what we're trying to do is get the weight to shift on the rear wheels. So you want to release the brakes fully, put your foot back on the throttle, basically just enough to engage it to level the car out. You're not really accelerating until you're around the corner.
Just a little bit. So that's the difference between the other cars that are mid-engines.
Absolutely. Yeah, the mid-engines, you're carrying braking to keep the weight shifted forward.
Yeah.
In this, and then like the GTR, you're cornering with a little bit of throttle to keep the car seated on the back wheels.
Okay.
But same thing. It's a rear-wheel drive car, so be very patient on the throttle because it'll kick out for sure.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's just basically pressing your foot on, just get a little bit to engage, and you'll feel it. There's a nice little sweet spot. The car gets flat, corner's nice. Get the apex like you touch the red and white, and then as soon as your hands are unwinding, then you're back in the throttle for real.
Okay.
I'll talk you through every shift, first couple. We have a lot of RPM range to use. You'll notice in this car too, it's a single clutch transmission, so the shifts will take a little longer.
Like the old GTR, yeah.
Exactly. So just try and think too. I'll talk you through them because you don't really want to be changing gears while you're turning.
Right.
Just because it really can upset you, especially once we get up to a good amount of speed.
Yeah.
Other than that, got any questions, concerns, worries, issues?
How's braking on this compared to the other cars?
It's good. Just be it engages pretty well, so just be smooth onto the pedal. But same thing, don't be afraid to really squeeze down.
Okay.
I mean, with all the cars, I think probably the worst is the GTR.
Yeah,
that's you really got to press into it.
Yes.
But you'll feel it. Just be smooth on, press in as much as you need, and be smooth off too, because that's what gets a lot of people. If you pop your foot off the brake, that's what gets the car kind of unsettled. Because all the wheels engage at once. So just be smooth on, smooth off.
Okay.
Other than that, just go have some fun, learn to track, huh?
Okay, sure.
Okay, so if you're ready, sir, put your foot on the brake.
Yep.
Go ahead and upshift once. Yeah, so that's your little gear indicator in first.
Okay.
Your wheels can be cocked a little bit to the right, but when you're ready, pull straight out and to the left here. There we go, just nice and easy, head down to that wall. Kind of watch out for folks wandering around. Not always paying attention. Kind of glance up each of the aisles too. Make sure nobody's coming down at you. Nice and clear. I'm going to have you pull up right into those blue cones and then come to a stop. We got one car coming, so we'll sit here for a moment, wait for a clear track.
Yeah, the brakes are a little grabby, huh?
Yeah, it's at 2 miles an hour.
Yeah.
At good speed, it is better. Alright, you're clear, sir. When you're ready, go ahead and pull straight out. As you enter the track, come up into second gear. As you start turning in, upshift into third. Now as we turn here, there's that single green cone. Go straight at it, a little bit to the left, make a straight line to it. Turn into the right, and same thing. Just maintain your speed through these corners, a little bit of throttle. Come around the corner, just keep building the speed, and unwind all the track out to your left there. Just keep building that speed. This is a straight, this is where we're gonna have our fun. Keep building. We got one guy coming behind us. We're gonna let him come around you on the right-hand side here. Clear. Alright, so near this cone, light braking, release the brakes fully, turn in, a little bit of throttle, Look to that second green cone. That's a good apex for this car. Eyes up to the exit. Squeeze on the throttle as you unwind the wheel. Keep building your speed. Now start braking. You won't need a lot. We're going about slow enough here. This is perfect. Release the brakes fully. Turn in. Light throttle to balance the car in. Come about halfway and then end up on the right-hand side. Same thing. Turn in. Just maintain this speed. Get to the top of the hill. And then accelerate coming down. So throttle through it. There you go. Keep building your speed. That's a beautiful line. Now brake straight. We're going to get all the way to this green cone. This is the tightest corner of the day, so be really patient in this corner. Same thing. Back on the throttle. Just get you around the corner. Get all the way through it. Now accelerate out. Full throttle. End up on the right-hand side. Turn in. Squeeze on the throttle. Keep accelerating all the way through this corner. Straight at that turn in. Light braking. Turn in. Release brakes fully. Back on the throttle. Unwind. All the way to full throttle. Let's go have some fun. That's a great line. We're going to do that every time. Go ahead and upshift. Alright, now brake straight. A little more. Be patient with this turn in. So you came in a little early, and now it gets really tight for you. So make sure you get all the way to that turn in cone, and then you can swoop through this corner. There you go. Keep building that speed. Light braking. We're going to downshift once. Release the brakes and turn in. Squeeze on the throttle. Perfect. Full throttle. End up on the right-hand side. Light braking. Release the brakes, then just maintain that speed. Just like that. Accelerate coming down. Back on the throttle. Full throttle until we get to those orange cones. Light braking again. Get all the way to it. Really patient. Keep going straight. Now turn in. Squeeze that throttle. Just going to keep this speed all the way around the corner. Back on. Some real acceleration here. Stay on the right. Turn in, keep accelerating, get that apex on the left. There you go, straight line. Light braking, release the brakes. Back on the throttle. Beautiful, good line. Back on the throttle, full throttle. Beautiful. Upshift. Now brake straight. Get all the way to that turn and keep braking. Release the brakes and turn in. Look at that second green. So you can feel, you want to come off the brakes fully, get that front wheel and turn in. Okay. Keep accelerating, stay left. Light braking, left hand downshift once. Release the brakes, turn in. Squeeze on the throttle. End up on the right hand side. Just turn in, just maintain the speed with the throttle. Accelerate coming down, full throttle. There it is, back to the left. Light braking, that's plenty. Keep going straight though, get deep. Oh, now turn in, there you go.
It's hard to get used to that turn.
Yeah, it's really deep. It's almost counterintuitive.
Yeah.
But when you come in deeper, you can come out faster. So end up on the right, turn in, keep squeezing on the throttle, keep this car balanced. Now brake straight. Release the brakes, turn in. Come back on the throttle. Keep this car level. Full throttle as you unwind the wheel. Good line, good exit. Upshift. Brake firm and smooth, a little more. Release the brakes fully, turn in. Tighter turn, look to that apex. Now up to the exit. Keep those eyes up, back on the throttle. Beautiful. Beautiful. Brake straight, left hand downshift once. Turn in, release the brakes. Back on the throttle. Full throttle, end up on the right. Light braking, release the brakes, maintain the speed at the top of this hill. Accelerate coming down it. Full throttle. Light braking, don't lose too much speed here. See, that's plenty. Now release the brakes and turn in. Keep the speed with the corner, then accelerate coming out. End up on the right, turn in, keep accelerating. A little more. Now brake straight. Release the brakes, turn in. A little bit of throttle to balance the car. There it is. You feel that?
Yeah.
That's a good level car. Full throttle. Upshift. Upshift. Now brake. Downshift once. Release the brakes. Turn in. Squeeze that throttle. Look at that. There it is. See those hands just follow the eyes.
Feels good.
Feels really good. Brake straight. Downshift once. Turn in. Release the brakes. Squeeze that throttle. Don't give away the apex. Back on it. End up on the right. Turn it smooth. Now just maintain the speed. Be patient with the throttle until you're coming down, just like that. Brake straight. Release the brakes. Smooth hands in. And same thing, you can keep getting deeper into that corner
Right
too.
down here.
We're gonna get one more in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're
Sorry.
fine. End up on the right-hand side. Turn in and accelerate. Squeeze on. Brake straight. Release the brakes. Turn in smooth. Squeeze that throttle. Keep it level. Be patient. Then full throttle. As soon as that wheel starts to unwind, just like that. Upshift. Now brake. Firm and smooth. A little more. A little more. Release fully. Turn in. Look to that second apex. Tighter turn. Eyes up at the exit. Throttle out. That's a great line. Hit that every time. Brake smooth. Downshift once. Release the brakes. Turn in. Squeeze that throttle. Tighter. There it is. Now just maintain the speed. No throttle to get to the top of this hill. Then accelerate coming down. Fantastic. Alright, now brake straight. We are going to come off here. So just turn around. Keep following this corner. Just past that yellow cone and go straight into the right.
Oh, this thing does
Nicely
perform really
done.
nice.
Now, yeah, gentleman's sports car, man.
Oh,
It's comfy.
yeah.
Good little rumble to it too.
It does. It does. It feels
Yeah.
nice.
How was that?
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
A lot of fun.
I know, I like it. So we're just gonna keep going straight. We're gonna end up where we started from. So yeah, couple tips for you. I mean, you got a lot more laps today, which is nice. Yeah, we'll turn in this aisle here.
Okay.
And then you can put it right next to that Mercedes on the right, 22. Go ahead. I'm gonna do this. Turn the whole wheel once to the right, just to get it kind of wheels cocked perfect. Then we can sit here for a minute. So yeah, a couple things. Just that very last corner, that really tight one. The next cars, you're going to be carrying a lot more speed coming up to that, and so the deeper you can get into it, the straighter of a line you'll be able to make coming out. You won't have to shave off quite so much speed, and really it means you can come back on the throttle sooner. Because basically, if you have a big curve like this, if you turn in soon, you basically have to get a very tight turn and then get straight and accelerate. But if you get deep, that initial turn basically puts you straight so that you're back on the throttle by the apex.
Okay.
So just the deeper you can get to that single green turn-in cone, the faster you're going to be able to come out. Other than that, you're very smooth. You're going to have a lot of fun today.
Yeah.
Like I said, whatever instructor has you next, they're going to give you a good idea for that braking feel. Because, yeah, the next couple cars, you'll be braking and turning in, and as you're turning in, you'll be releasing the brakes.
Okay.
So that's kind of, it's a little trickier nuance to get a bit smoother, but it's going to help you a lot in those cars. And you have a smooth enough right foot, you're not going to have too much of an issue with it.
I don't want to overdo it.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I don't know how this, but I could feel it started to lose a
Yeah.
little bit. You just feel the traction starting to go a little bit.
Yeah.
But it didn't feel like out of control or anything.
Right.
Which is what we want, I think, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, you can, if you were wrong in this car, and you were never really like wrong, is you feel it. Because either if you're braking while you're turning, the weight shifts and then you have no steering. It feels like you can't even move the front wheel.
Oh, okay.
Or if you come on the throttle too much, the back end is just
I didn't
loose.
feel like this was losing
Exactly.
steering
No,
at all.
I-
This was even like really some of the really tight turns that
Yeah.
I really thought it was a little too much, but it really wasn't letting go at all.
And that's I'm telling you, that's a driver, because not everyone can do that in this car. A lot of people, they come in a little aggressive on it, and it's just, you have to be able to release the brakes and be a little throttle just to keep the car flat with you corner.
Yeah.
And you did that very nicely every single time, so you should feel good about that. But
Excellent.
any questions for me?
No, great instruction.
Yeah,
I had a lot
thank
of fun. This is perfect.
We'll head back inside. You know, if you need a break or anything, let them know. But just whenever you're ready for your next car, just tell them, they'll get you in line. You'll be all set. But
All right,
thank you,
thank you very
sir.
much.
It was fun. Get you this.